So for me, it may seem like a downer that you're saying, okay, there's no such thing as this. That's the wrong way to look at it. There's still an authentic mystery here. When Tom Johnson said he saw a flying snake, I believe Tom Johnson. I believe he had an experience that made him perceive a flying snake or winged snake. What I want to know, and what I'm trying to find out, is if you were standing next to him, if I was standing next to him, what are we going to see? And it may very well be that we'd still see a flying snake. We still might have the same kind of the formula that creates that experience might apply to us, our background culture and all these things.
And our brain, the way that our brain works.
Sure.
Naturally, the human brain has evolved to see certain things in certain scenarios.
Yeah.
When you're sitting there in your cave and you're looking out to make sure there's not danger coming towards you, you are conditioned to make danger where there's no danger, just in case, to protect your cave.
Yeah.
So
exactly. Okay, right. So
that's true though. Our brains are conditioned to find faces in a chaotic pattern because it helps us survive, to recognize individuals, recognize predators, potential predators.
Yeah.
It helps you protect yourself if your brain can make something out of chaos.
Sure.
If your brain can make sense of something that it's not sure what it's seeing.
Or you know what? Watch this. Whoa. Right now our eyes are seeing a rubber...
Put it down in front of you.
A rubber pen. The camera, depending on the frame rate, will see a rubber pen. It's impossible not to visualize this as a flaccid object. Snicker.
Don't say that.
as a limp object.
Rubbery? Limp object.
Rubbery object.
Wait, do that again.
All right. I'm totally keeping that. Even so, we see it that way, the camera sees it that way. Intellectually, scientifically, we know that this pen is completely straight at all times.
Let me see.
You're going to check, just make sure. Okay.
Scientific experiment.
Convinced?
Conclusion, regular pen.
So, it's very possible we could end up seeing a flying snake where there is none. I want to understand, what are we seeing? What is the straight pen of that moment?
And I'm very interested in the neurology behind why our eyes see a wiggly pen in a scenario when we know perfectly well that it's probably not.
Sure.
And yet, that's what the eyes communicate to the brain communicates to our consciousness, and
I'll tell you something, it is the same mechanics, a lot of these sightings, but the same mechanics that everybody's had this happen. When you have a breakup, you see your ex's car everywhere. You see reminders of things that were always there, but suddenly they're conspicuous. Suddenly it feels like a conspiracy. That same kind of notion, that sort of hyper-awareness, is what creates these sightings. They're oftentimes mundane events that are being perceived through a specialized context, a specialized lens. And so that's part of it. I mean, the dynamics of extraordinary experiences are always going to be something that you've had to a much smaller scale.
Absolutely.
And that's what I think is fascinating about this.
And I think it's interesting that you bring up the idea of a conspiracy, because I'm fascinated with the reason that people are often more excited by a conspiracy theory than the hard facts, which are all around them. I think part of it is, once you've solved the mystery, you don't have anything to wonder about anymore.
Partly.
Yet, I disagree, because if you are out there in the world trying to figure out what the phenomena around you is all about, you're going to find more phenomena, and you're going to find even crazier stuff than stuff that you could imagine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But the human mind gets excited about the idea that I'm connecting the dots, rather than I'm not really sure what that's about, I'm going to go figure it out. It's a lot more fun to go, insert something magical here. Insert a miracle. Insert the hand of God.
Sure.
That we can't explain, and we get to get excited about it. But we're going to try and explain it.